just finished watching a little while ago. I just finished watching Lord Snow, Game of Thrones season 1 and episode 3, Lord Snow. And I sat there sat there give me a second, hang on. I'm gonna pause a sec, give me a second. I just wanted to get the fucking music so I could maintain my... It's easy to get lost in the big picture, so I'm listening to the music from the scene that inspired what I'm about to talk about. The scene is the end of Lord Snow, episode 3, when he meets Rio Farrell, the dance master. So I'm listening to the track from season 1, the pointy end. Helps me maintain my thought process. I'll get back to fucking analysing me later. I want to get my point out first. So, I know, we all do it. That is the point I'm trying to make, though. We've done it since the Stone Age, and all animals do it too. It's not natural to want some degree of attention. And it's natural to want to be yourself. It's that people forget, see, that things like Game of Thrones are based on... It's like... It's easy for people to judge that, oh, well, it's only fiction. It's not, though. The people may be fictional, but the events themselves are based on and inspired by actual history. The only thing that's different between the events in things like Game of Thrones and history itself are the people. The situations themselves did actually happen to some degree in different parts of the world. people did fucking genuinely act the way the phrase did during the Red Wedding. People did genuinely fucking act the fucking way they do in Game of Thrones. It's just fictional people doing it. And it's easy to forget that for most fucking people because it's just a TV program. Say, these things were written down in books that inspired people like George R.R. Martin to make Game of Thrones, Tolkien to write Lord of the Rings. Why? Because these moments in history traumatized people so badly that they wanted people to remember. Some because they wanted revenge on their enemies, others fucking because they had a moment of enlightenment that they wanted to pass down through the centuries so that future generations could learn from their mistakes. This is why history is so important. But there comes a time as well where you have to let it go. Because clinging to it, is part of what's causing the world to repeat the same mistakes over and over again, because people use it as fuel for their own agendas. Like Black Lives Matter uses the fact that once upon a time blacks were enslaved by racist whites. I mean, they don't fucking, just like the racist fucking whites, they don't look fucking past that fucking fact that what came before that. They don't want to look at what they did wrong that caused their people to get enslaved to begin with. Because that's the nature of racism. It sees itself as superior and, everything fucking else as the evil villain that's trying to victimize them. Before you start on me, you hateful bastard, I am not racist. If I was fucking racist, I wouldn't treat fucking everybody the same fucking way, with respect, until they give me a reason not to. Send me your fucking bullshit vibe, you fucking heartless bastard. This is the Bravosi dance. The water dance. Men are made of water. Do you know this? When you pierce them, the water leaks out and they die. Serio Forel. Do you know what he's talking about when he said that? Everything is inspired by nature. The water dance. What is it? Now people that have learnt about fucking history but not learnt from history will go on a fucking mission of, repeating an essay that they fucking read while they were being brainwashed. Going on a mission fucking saying, oh, the water fucking dance is fucking based on Oriental fucking beliefs. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I fucking know, but do you know what the water dance is? Have you channeled what it means? Water dance. Inspired by nature. And our ancient memories of living together with it in the Stone Age. Back in the Stone Age when we were still simple, before the extinction of the Neanderthals gave birth to the beliefs that some of us are better than others, and so too were fucking born the ancient gods of the pagans, where some families are better than others and revered as gods. That is the water dance. The flow of time. To channel the water, the flow of the water is the water dance. That flow, graceful, swift, very dangerous, very treacherous if you have no respect for it. It will never hesitate to drag you fucking under its waves. To channel the flow of the river, you have to channel the nature of the animals that live on it. Now, depending on which river you want to channel is depending what animal you're channeling. For some, crocodiles, vicious, merciless, solitary, at least as far as interacting with other animals go, but very communal when it comes to themselves. For others, there'll be a beaver dancing in the currents, building a dam that won't restrict the river, but it'll let the beaver live with the river without getting dragged along for the ride. How do you channel these animals? You spend time with them. You get to know them. Because even though each animal has a unique personality and is an individual, they all share a base personality because they're all beavers. It's the nature of nature. There are many things that are the same in every species of animal, but every one of them is still an individual and unique in the individual sense. This is why back in the Stone Age and throughout history to some degree, people worshipped them as gods. Because they are gods. Now, a scientist's book will tell you to look down on them, as will a fucking terrorist religion's book tell you to look down on them because we're the children of heaven. And it's the fucking way of fucking Satan to fucking, respect nature. Because brats are like the fucking Norse, fucking used it as their image. Barbaric they are. Anything that lives together with nature. Vicious and savage. Only when provoked. It's the part fucking that these people have never been able to accept, being the villain. You invaded, what did you expect? Thank you for trying to fucking steal my children and murder my family. And Ned, at the end of the episodes, stood there. frightened, heartbroken look on his face, watching Arya practice with Sirio. The realization washing over him of the future they're heading towards. Winter is coming. You have no idea what it means to live together with nature. You live together with your books, you don't live together with nature. So stop trying to fucking send me judgment vibes. The difference between you and me is that I see what you see. I watch my own videos. I look at myself from your perspective. But do you look at mine? I highly doubt it, because most of you don't even believe the spiritual plane even exists. Despite everything proving that it does. Saying all these different things. An object in motion stays in motion unless it collides with something. Isaac Newton. But if there's nothing before the Big Bang, what set those atoms in motion to collide? Oh, but, we'll have a scientific fucking theory because, atoms and whatnot act this way, but it doesn't mean they're self-aware, see? And how do you explain twins? Twins can sense when each other's in danger, but how do you explain that? Some kind of fucking thing in their genetic fucking code. What created the Big Bang? A self-aware atom? The very fucking things responsible for the genetic code of a fucking twin that communicates across long distances to say the other's in danger? You don't see my perspective, so don't tell me what it means to fucking live together with nature. You live with a book. I don't. It's only fucking natural for a terrorist to be threatened by fucking, hearing the word no. It's what you've done since the Stone Age. It's just at least back in the fucking Stone Age you were still innocent enough to be forgiven for it. These fucking days, on the other fucking hand, not so much. That's why the world is struggling to maintain its compassion. It clings to it desperately because it doesn't want to live without it. This is true. But because of you, it's struggling to even forgive itself. And it's done nothing wrong. It only defended itself from a fucking rapist. Okay, whatever. Just that a brat fucking provoked me, so I'm going to fucking change the fucking song. The music, I think. Time for fucking Game of fucking Thrones intro. Fuck you, Norse. Think you're the only civilization to ever fucking channel a heartbeat with a drum? Bam. Being a politician doesn't make you a terrorist. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're all thinking. I could feel every doubt, every vibe. You may not believe it, you may not want to believe it. It's why scientists, I'm a scientist's worst nightmare. Oh, you got too many fucking answers I've got no answer for. I love breaking your ego. I'm cunt enough to be happy about it. And even fucking though I may not be happy about having to laugh in your face to do it, I am happy about the results. Can you not see? When I laughed at them just now, laughed at those vibes, what did you see? Did you pay attention just now to me? I'm watching my fucking self on this fucking video. Just like I'm looking, well, at you watching my video. Did you see the energy difference in me? Can you see? Can you see? Look at me now. Now that I'm calm, now that I'm normal, now that I'm not channeling that vibe anymore. Did you not fucking see how strained and diminished I looked laughing at them? And how full of energy I look now? It's because I'm being myself. When I'm being something I'm not, that's when I look diminished and drained. Because I'm channeling something that's not me. And that's how we all look. That's why I spend so much time watching people, smiling when I see them being themselves and breaking my heart when I see them being something they're not. I'm a book's worst nightmare. Something they can't control. I'm a book's worst nightmare. I'm a human's best friend. We're gonna fucking be listening to the fucking Game of fucking Thrones opening fucking theme. Let's fucking listen to the fucking one that. Let's listen to the one I normally listen to because that one is fucking amazing. No, that's not the one. I don't think. Or is it? Yes, it is. I think. Soon, no. Why do you think so many musicians find it so easy to make soundtracks for TV series and films like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, war films? Why do you think you like them so much? Why do you think that they're so popular? Because deep down in our hearts, we want war. We're just frightened of being the ones to start it. Me? I don't care. I'm not frightened of terrorism. I'll tell them all to fuck off even if they try to kill me. Test it, little cunt. The only thing I want is to reassure you fucking all that when the time comes and that timer reaches 0, that you'll be quite surprised of the reaction. I've spent enough time watching people. I know you're all disconnected from each other and you've got doubts, but I've spent lots of time watching you all. I know you better than you know yourself most of the time, and I know you'll be okay. You'll be quite surprised. Me, very little surprises me anymore. I'm 45 years old and I've already lived too long. I know, it's sad. And no, I don't want sympathy. It's not why I say it. Say it because it's true. I've already lived too long, just like a lot of people. Lived too long in a fucking world that never changes in the way that it's needed. It always changes on the surface, but not in its heart. Because it's still clinging to those books. Instead of being content to just be itself. But if we don't cling to these books, then what's the point? How is it that a baby, without the ability to read, is able to figure out how to build things with building blocks? Because it's got instincts. War is coming, so we're gonna have to read Sun Tzu's Art of War. You don't. Just follow your fucking heart, that's what he did. Why did he write the book then? Because war done his head in. And so few fucking people understood him. You forget that the fucking man was born in war. Raised in war. During a fucking time of constant fucking war. When China was tearing itself apart. Before the romance of the Three Kingdoms happened and China was eventually unified. It was warring constantly over power during his time. He was born during war, raised during war, and ended up fighting a war. Everywhere he looked, there was war. Terrorists will try to take credit and go, if the war wasn't going on, he wouldn't have become the man that he was. He would have. Because everything he was after it ended, and during, he would have still been that fucking way regardless. All you did was piss him off. Well, it's only fucking necessary because a terrorist doesn't take no for an answer. It's weak and inferior to all others. Why? Because it chooses to be. It's cast aside its willingness and ability to be able to take no for an answer. And dedicated itself to the book that's willing to lie to it. And dedicating yourself to a book that's willing to lie to you, saying that you can save them from themselves, is not going to save them. Or you. What will? Awareness. Trust in your instincts. You can always tell the difference when you're paying attention between the ones that believe and the ones that are only doing it because it's expected of them by someone they love. The believers, you won't save them. How can you save someone that's so dedicated to their beliefs that they're willing to fly a plane into a building? You can't. Fear of death for themselves and people they love is what's paralyzed this world for centuries into not taking action against these people. It's because you don't truly believe in them, you just do it because it's expected of you by someone you love, who either does believe in them or is brainwashed themselves. But when push comes to shove, you can't bring yourself to do it because you're not a true believer. That's why I've deleted so many of my videos. Because I don't want to be worshipped. And I know that's what people will want to do, listening to me put history into perspective, put religion into perspective, put science into perspective in a sense of, well, linking it to both history and religion. Linking religion to history, linking history to science, linking science to religion. I know how a lot of people in this world think. Your gratitude for reassurance will make you want to worship me, and I don't want to be worshipped. I'm not a fucking terrorist. I'm an aspect of nature. Nature doesn't give a shit. The only thing nature wants is a little bit of respect. That's it. The same thing every animal wants. Love and respect. And an enemy that's not a pussy. I love you too. I know. I've done it to people my whole fucking life. Made them want to pull their hair out because I always know what they're thinking before they even say a word. Make it so fucking hard to have a conversation with you. Then don't try. Just speak your fucking mind and I'll fucking say what I'm thinking. Still, I'm lost in my thoughts again. You ever sat there? You ever just sat there and listened to instrumental music? Now, I don't mean watching a film and thinking the music is nice. I mean, just sat there listening to instrumental music. Like, again, fuck off YouTube. I know copyright. It's not copyright. That's why I'm telling you to fuck off, because I'm not actually making money off of it, and you need to learn that's what copyright theft is. What goes through your head when you listen to it? For me, it depends on the music. Depends on how I'm feeling at the time. Like when I'm feeling content and, as science would put it, stable. Oh, so much hate. Yes, I'm a philosopher. Yes, I'm a natural born fucking psychologist. This is fucking true. Never needed a fucking degree to be good at it, because it comes natural fucking to me to, well, learn about people. But that doesn't mean I'm a scientist. Because a scientist spends its fucking life pursuing something that it's lacking. I'm not pursuing anything I'm lacking. Don't need a book and a fucking degree to be good at psychology. It comes natural to me. Therefore, I am not a scientist. Being good at the things that you pursue is where the fucking similarity between us ends. Because you believe in a book. Like I said, little terrorist, bring it on, test it. If you really fucking, it's not fucking beyond fucking you to fucking want to fucking test someone that you think is weak, so if you think I'm a fucking keyboard warrior, come and test me. When has a terrorist ever fucking come up with something for themselves aside from its entitlement complex? Never. That's why history is fucking full of, these people didn't invent this, these people did, these people just fucking went over, fucking murdered them and took credit for it. That's a terrorist for you. And the North will have you fucking believe that these drums of war belong to them. Drums are a heartbeat. The heartbeat is nature, and nature is not on your side. Ooh, psychology. Psychologists are back trying to analyse fucking me again. It began with, why did you do that? Why did you fucking close us off to the fucking ending? Why have you fucking put that back on your fucking ears? Psychologists are fucking on one trying to fucking analyse me. How many fucking times have I got to fucking tell you fucking people? I don't fucking need to be analysed. I already know myself better than fucking you do. If you're gonna fucking analyse me with your book, don't try to analyse me at all, because I'm going to make you look like a fool. Why did I close my fucking... Why did I fucking put them back on my ear? Because I know a lot of fucking you will be thinking, oh, stop spamming it. I know not every one of you. But not all of you were ready to listen. Some of you were further along than others. And for you that have already reached that point, I've opened them back up. But I closed them for the ones that are not ready. The only reason gods have ever taken mortal form from the perspective of those that believe the lies of books is because people believe so. If there are special people like me in the world, it's because you want them. Now the key, if you want to maintain it, is to not think you're beneath them, because we don't think that way. It's why we're gods. They're back. The fucking psychologists are back. Them, we. Oh. What's the meaning of this? If you're one of them, why do you say them and we? Because when I said them, I was thinking of something very specific. And when I said we, I was thinking about something specific. What are those specific things? What are those specific things? When I said them, I was thinking about history. Backing the fucking age. In the Bronze Age, to be precise. Greek history. And when I said we, I was actually thinking about the future. A future that will only come true for those who truly believe in it. And how do you believe in it? I can hear your fear. Is saying, how do you believe in it? How do you believe in it when all these fucking terrorists are trying to tell you how to do it? Follow your heart. Don't listen to them. Fuck the book. Fuck the book that's fucking doing nothing. It's written by a fucking, well, terrorist. Anything that inspired it to be fucking written has been long since corrupted by their ego. Everything that inspired it to be written is already in your heart. They wouldn't be reeling you in. Or trying to. Please don't. Frightened of being a fucking inspiration? Yes, because I know you're not ready to let go of worshipping fucking anything that you're grateful for existing. I know what it's like. I've done it myself. In some of my lowest fucking hours throughout my fucking life, I've fucking worshipped things. So I know how easy it fucking is to listen to a fucking terrorist in that regard. But there's a difference between being happy, grateful, respectful, and worshipping something. When you worship something, you see yourself as beneath it. When you're grateful, respectful, when you love them, you're their equal, not beneath them. You're making your choice as an individual to love and respect them. And they're making their choice as an individual to love and respect you. The scientific terrorists are back. Will you stop fucking trying to analyze me and compare me to your book, please? How do you fucking think your books were written to begin with? How do you think books on psychology were even written to begin with? Because people like me inspired you to write them. You jotted down everything that we fucking told you in a book. But what we did was exactly what I do. We spent our time paying attention to people. Listening to them. Believing in them. Telling them to fuck off when they pissed us off. Bloody scientists. They're the worst kind of religious nut. At least the fucking religious fucking nuts are fucking easy to, well, deal with. Why? Because the vast fucking majority of fucking them will be fucking terrorized into submission by their own belief systems. With one or two rare exceptions. The scientific fucking terrorist, though. Fucking hell. It believes it's a god. When all it fucking is, well, is a more fucking dangerous version of Al-Qaeda. Even Al-Qaeda's fucking kept in fucking check by its own book. You fucking, on the other hand, are encouraged to reach for the stars. Well, hell keeps the vast majority of them in check. You are a lot more dangerous. Why do you fucking think I'm not above channeling fucking, people? Channeling people, channeling vibes. However you want to fucking put it. That more than fucking content to bring you down a peg or two. As I said earlier, I may not be happy with having to do it, but I am always happy with the fucking results. That's why you see the shift in my energy, in my face looking full of energy and looking thin. When it's thin, I'm not being myself. I'm channeling a vibe that's putting you in your fucking place, even if I don't want to do it. What I love is the results, and I'm not gonna fucking begrudge those with the fucking capacity to, well, do your fucking nutting just because you don't like it. I'm an empath. I'm a real empath because I don't judge you. For your mistakes. I don't judge you for your beliefs. I judge you for your lack of respect. Or your lack of willingness to show respect. If you were willing to stay in your own fucking little corner of Eden, I wouldn't be telling you to fuck off and leave me alone. So unlike you, who are dedicated to genocide on everything that won't bow to your will, I just want you to fuck off back to your own corner of the world. Stay where you belong. Well, if you want to create hell, you can fucking live there. Cling, cling, little terrorist, cling, cling. Get the point. Leave me alone. The ship has fucking long sailed when I wanted to fucking actually show you fucking any fucking degree of love and respect, so accept fucking that and leave me the fuck alone. You've gotten all you're ever gonna fucking get out of me. For all of you religious fucking people that want to fucking associate me with your book, yes, I'm channeling their energy. No, I am not fucking using spiritual fucking protection. I am an empath. I don't need to use spiritual protection. Spiritual plane only fucking makes me channel fucking things that, well, I need to channel. Whether it be for my sake or others. Whether it be, or rather, shall I say, whether it be for my sake or the people I want to help. Channeling the vibes of terrorism solely for the purpose of putting my points across to those that still have hope. And no, it's not for the sake of their ego, even if it does get stroked in the process. But the spiritual plane doesn't give a shit about stroking their ego because pride comes before a fall. Nature's a heartless bitch sometimes. But you have to be fucking heartless fucking when you have to do the fucking things that spiritual plane fucking does to maintain life. Especially when you got fucking terrorists wishing for genocide. That's the thing you don't get, see? The spiritual plane remembers everything, its ultimate knowledge. It knows the motivations, every motivation in existence, every action that could possibly be taken by every motivation in existence, and every consequence to every action and motive in existence. That's ultimate knowledge. And it's not something anyone should pursue, because ultimate knowledge also consists of knowing the fucking mind of a terrorist, a rapist, a paedophile, all these things that you want to cease to exist, but you want to pursue ultimate knowledge for the power to make it all go away. Well, you had the power fucking centuries ago to make it go away. Chop the little cunt's cock off. Oh, but what about all these fucking people? Yeah, I know that is the fucking point. They get in your fucking head. This is why you fucking have to know what you're fucking doing. But you can't know what you're doing by reading a book. You gotta live it. If you don't like them, if you don't agree with them, then trust that belief. Trust that belief. Tell them to fuck off. What's the worst they can do? Murder you? Go after your fucking family? Well, if you taught your family how to defend itself, you won't have to worry about their fucking safety, because they'll be standing right beside you going, leave them a fucking alone, I'm going to chop your cock off. Yes, nature can be ruthless, but it has to be. Life. Well, as Mufasa would say, life exists in a delicate balance. Exactly. Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to respect that balance. No, I didn't want to say the king part, because therein lies the problem. My God is High King of Heaven! No, I'm destined to become High King. I will discover the fucking knowledge and reach for the fucking stars and become the one God to rule them all. The war between science and religion. You're all fallen. It's that simple. Every fucking one of you. Because nothing truly faithful to life is faithful to a book. No, I don't fucking want to judge you, but that doesn't mean there aren't spirits that'll judge you anyway. And I don't begrudge fucking anyone for judging you. You brought it on yourself. I don't begrudge anyone for judging me either. I'm just not willing to be judged by a book. You haven't got the power to judge me, little terrorist. Spiritual plane's not thick enough to grant you that much. Oh, the psychologists are back trying to calm me down. Oh, you should fucking stop listening to the fucking theme of Game of fucking Thrones and you might calm down. You forget. You forget at the beginning of this video, fucking, channeling the fucking vibes of judgment. Triggered it. You wanna declare fucking war? Then you need to fucking be fucking willing to live with the consequences. And if you truly fucking understood what those were, you'd pay a fucking attention to fucking people that have lived them. Regardless of what kind of person that is, a war veteran. Someone like me, a spiritual fucking person, it doesn't matter. Whatever fucking war you're fighting, you should be listening to the veterans of it. Before you fucking think fucking you're, well, better than everything else. Me, I did listen to war veterans. I listened to my grump fucking telling his stories over and over again of what it was fucking like living during World War II. Listen to him fucking telling the one story that scared the crap out of him. Walking through a field and a bullet whizzed fucking past the side of his fucking head. How fucking scared an 18-year-old fucking boy must have been in that moment. Because that's what my grant was, an 18-year-old boy that got conscripted into the fucking army to fight World War II. He was a postman. An 18-year-old boy. A postman. Spears and shields are fucking beneath us. We got gunpowder now. Take terrorism to the next level, innit? The dream of a better world. It's gonna be much better than the one nature made for us. It's gonna be one that we fucking created! Oh, I didn't see an energy completely deplete there. No, because part of me's happy to fucking laugh. On this, the spiritual plane and I agree. You believe Satan exists. And it's literally as simple as that. I don't, because I know ultimate knowledge isn't that thick. Nature is cruel fucking enough to do it herself. So no, the horned god is just a fiction of the imagination of a fucking terrorist wishing to be better than everything else. Wishing to access that ultimate fucking knowledge so that it can declare itself high king above all the rest. One god to rule them all, one god to find them, one god to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. There's a reason Tolkien didn't want to fucking publish the Silmarillion. He may have tried because it was expected of him, but even he fucking admitted he didn't want to publish it. Why? Did you ever fucking watch the interview with Tolkien? It's on YouTube, where he got interviewed about the release of Lord of the Rings. And he got interviewed about the books. And he was asked, why do we see no... you're a Christian, correct? Why do we see none of your religion in the Lord of the Rings? And he didn't answer. He just shrugged off the question and went on to the next one. Because ironically, his religion is in the Lord of the Rings. One God to rule them all, one God to find them, one God to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. He worked out from his experience during World War fucking II that God is a dictator. And even though he believed wholeheartedly in everything that dictator preached, he knew that the fucker didn't practice a single bit of it. This is why he was reluctant to fucking publish Silmarillion. They admitted and said that he wasn't happy with it. At the time he lived in would never have accepted the reasons that he wasn't happy with it. He added Arrow Iluvatar to the Lord of the Rings because people expected him to add Christianity to the Lord of the Rings, and he never wanted to. Because as he said himself, that's the reason he didn't want to continue to write a new Shadow, the fourth age of Middle-earth. Because he knew that without the fantasy, without the fiction, it would have turned into a political fucking drama with a lot of his own biasness and prejudice in it. And for that reason as well, he didn't like the Silmarillion, because it fucking had nothing fucking to do with Middle-earth. Eru Iluvatar is not something he wanted in Middle-earth. One God to rule them all, one God to find them, one God to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. I'm fucking channeling lots of compliments right now. Lots of fucking compliments. You know, you really do fucking understand a lot about Tolkien. Gandalf was my mentor. Tolkien's wisdom is what Gandalf is. Everything that he learned from his experiences, that's Gandalf. Tolkien's the wisdom that he learned from his experiences. Gandalf is Tolkien's. Gandalf is Tolkien's enlightenment. Faramir is the soldier that fought and survived World War II. But Gandalf is the enlightenment that it taught him. Aragorn is his belief in the leader that's going to win World War III. Boromir is the man he was when he began fighting World War II. And Faramir is the man that survived it. The man that he became as a result of Gandalf. The elves are the embodiment of the magic he believed existed in the ancient world. The wisdom that history likes to forget because terrorism tried to murder her. And Sauron is the darkness of the capitalists that invaded throughout the centuries, the terrorists that want to create hell. One God to rule them all, one God to find them, one God to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Yes, Tolkien is a mentor of mine. Through Gandalf, he taught me much. Through Gandalf and the wisdom of the elves, he taught me a great deal. Middle-earth taught me a great deal. I love all the characters. Mm. It's the way it is, though, and Gandalf's my favourite from one perspective, but he's not my favourite because he's more fucking like my grandfather. Someone I fucking love because I'm related fucking to him, but it's not fucking my favourite because I love the other characters any less. He's my favourite because he's my, well, like my grandfather. What was the fucking heartbreak moment just now? Terrorism fucking tried to fucking actually fucking get to me with the fucking fact that Gandalf's my favourite. But Gandalf is only my favourite, like I said, because he's more like a grandfather and we always love our family more than we fucking love everything else because it's instinct, it's natural, but it doesn't mean we love everything else any less than we love them. It's just a different kind of love. Because it is a different kind of love. You're born naturally fucking loving the one that gives birth to you. Born naturally loving your parents because they're your fucking parents. And you're born naturally loving your grandparents because they gave birth to your parents. It's, a natural instinct to love your family. But that doesn't mean you fucking love your friends any less than you love your family. Your family is a bond that you're born with. Your friends are a bond that you create yourself. So you love them just as much as you love your family, but you don't love them in the same way because it's a bond that you created together, not one that you were born with. So it's just as powerful, but for a different reason. One is because they gave birth to you, and one is because, well, you created it together. And that's my relationship with the Lord of the Rings. Gandalf's my family, and the others are my friends. Gandalf and the elves. My grandfather, my mother and father, my brothers and sisters. And then everyone else is my friends. That we created, the relationship we created together because we opened up to each other. And that heartbreak fucking moment you saw in fucking me fucking just now was terrorism fucking trying to have a go at me for having favourites. Oh, fucking hell. Will you bugger off? Fucking scientists! I keep fucking telling you. If you're gonna fucking analyse me with a book, leave me alone. You're gonna fucking analyse me with the way that, with your heart, and the way that it actually fucking is, then you're more than welcome to stick a fucking round, but fucking, if you're gonna analyse me using your fucking book, stay the fuck away from me. Because I will only fucking make you look like a fool. I know. Trying to fucking tempt me into giving them an explanation is what's going fucking on. Having a conversation with the spiritual plane in my head, I am. Whether they're there fucking saying they expect an explanation, but if you don't want to be analysed with a book, then you don't owe them one. But that's what our book says. And it's from people like me that you learnt it from. You forget that in ancient times, scientists were once religious. And it was from people like me that you learnt it from. Then you wrote it down in a book and didn't need us anymore. Yeah, not that I'm complaining. But there are people, there are people and were people that were very fucking hurt by your knife in the back. The books were more important than everything they ever did for you. Our kids were stolen from us to stick in your fucking temples. Our fucking kids were murdered for being special. Our parents were murdered for being special. And you say they're not fucking good enough because you've got your books. It's history starting to make sense now you're listening with your heart. That's what an empath is. A conduit for emotions. And yes, I'm talking to the spiritual people. They just called me a conduit. Yes, I'm an empath. You are so fucking selfish. Satan's after your soul. Why don't you get it right and say it the way that it actually is? Our God wants your soul. Satan's not our God, Jesus is. No, Satan is. Jesus is the one you expect to come and save you from him. One day he'll kill his father, and we will all be free. All hail Thor. If Jesus is the fucking man you claim him to fucking be, he'd be like me. He won't want your worship. I don't believe in you. You may want me to, but I don't. Just because there's similarities fucking on the surface, it doesn't mean that beneath the surface that we're not